The Mario movie is here, and Yoshi eggs aren't the only eggs you're gonna find in this film, so we're counting down the top 8 Mario movie Easter eggs. Let's go! Number 8, Punch-Out Pizzeria. After the Super Mario Bros. Plumbing commercial ends, we pulled out to find Mario and Luigi at an extraordinary establishment, Punch-Out Pizza. Number 7, Level 1-1. At the beginning of the film, Mario and brother Luigi run through a construction site, which is clearly modeled after the very first level in Super Mario Bros. Number 6, All-Star Cast. This cast features an all-star cast of every incredible figure, including Mario, Luigi, Toad, Bowser, and Peach. Wow, look at all those Nintendo characters. Number 5, lacking favorite characters. This might surprise you, but the internet is in an uproar over the lackluster Nintendo cast. Over 100,000 people attending the films dressed up as Wario and Waluigi, and were incredibly let down when they didn't see either of those characters in the film. This has prompted the currently known and highly controversial War on Wario, prompting thousands of protesters arriving to major structures in America, dressed up as Wario and Waluigi to feast on a giant spaghetti dinner. As far as the making of this video, their peaceful protests have not made any leeway, and Nintendo has not yet made a public statement. Number 4, mushrooms. Mario eats the mushroom, just like in the game. Don't get fooled though, Mario, cause Mama is making us spaghetti. Number 3, celebrities in the Portalverse. In the original cut of the movie, Illumination had intended the portal sequence to feature a cavalcade of cameos flying around Mario and Luigi to different destinations, reminiscent of the Futurama opening sequence. The cameos were to feature Mr. Beast, Salma Hayek, Glenn Howerton, and Viola Davis. Damn, we wish we could have seen that. Spoiler alert, Nintendogs and cats, we're getting into some major spoiler territory for the movie, so skip this segment if you need to. Number 2, Battle of Gettysburg. The rivalry between Bowser and Mario is a legendary feud that has lasted for decades in the world of video games. Bowser is the primary antagonist and arch enemy of Mario, and he is known for his cunning and devious ways in his efforts to capture Princess Peach and to take over the Mushroom Kingdom. Similarly, the Battle of Gettysburg, which took place in July of 1863, was a legendary conflict between the Union Army and the Confederate Army during the American Civil War. The Battle of Gettysburg was fought over the issue of slavery and the very survival of the Union. Both the rivalry of Bowser and Mario and the Battle of Gettysburg were fierce and intense conflicts that had significant ramifications. Number 1, Chris Pratt's quest to redemption. Peach's Cake in Mario 64 inspired the Davis family from Burlington, Vermont, to celebrate their son's 14th birthday for the first time. In 2015, little Timmy wrote to Charles Martinet about attending the celebration at the local cinema to see American Sniper. And guess what? Charles Martinet responded saying, "F yeah, I'll be there. Anything to support my OG ride-or-die Timmy." When the group arrived to the theater that day, they parked at the north end of the parking lot when a black limousine aggressively pulled up in front of them. Out emerged celebrity icons Chris Pratt, Charlie Day, and Jack Black. Chris Pratt approached Martinet in the parking lot. Well, look who it is, Charles Martinet. Didn't we tell you to never show your face here again? Stricken with fear, Charles pulled up his coat in an attempt to hide his face. Yeah, what the Charles? Screamed Jack Black. He performed a jump and karate kick. Look here, Charles, yelled Charlie Day. You better step back or we're going to get to swinging. What's going on? Said little Timmy, scared for his little life. He certainly wasn't expecting Chris Pratt to show up again to sabotage another celebration. Charles stood there frozen by Medusa. Looks like we're going to have to teach you a lesson, old man, said Chris Pratt, cracking his knuckles. The three guys walked menacingly towards the birthday party. Charles covered his hands over his face, closing his eyes, shaking with terror. Chris Pratt drew his arm up, ready to strike down Charles and pummel him into the ground for his disobedience. There were beads of sweat on his knuckle that shimmered by the sun. And suddenly, like a strike of lightning, as if God himself stopped the movement of Star-Lord's flying fist, there stood Shigeru Miyamoto, heroically blocking the deadly attack with the palm of his hand. Miyamoto Sensei, Jack Black and Charlie Day collectively gasped. Chris, what is going on here? In order to inherit the voice of Mario, you must quell your anger and let it go. You can see it on Chris's face, like dude was struggling a lot trying to break through Miyamoto's hold. Your pride has gotten the best of your better judgment, my son. If I am to pass the voice of Mario to you, it has to be earned, not stolen. Miyamoto looked over solemnly at Charles. A single tear fell onto Miyamoto's cheek. I am sorry that his anger has brought you harm, Miyamoto said tearfully. Thankfully, on that day, because of Miyamoto's interference, no one was harmed, and the situation was resolved diplomatically. Miyamoto would later cast Chris Pratt as Mario, stating, his anger is now but an ember birthed from a blazing inferno. It no longer controls him, and he is now ready. So what did you think of these Easter eggs? List your favorite Easter egg from the Mario movie or American Sniper below.